OSHA 30 Construction. Final exam. Question and answer. Question. Hard hats are designed to provide protection for these job site hazards. A. Overhead hazards. B. Falling objects. C. Flying objects. D. Many other constructions hazard. E. All the above. Answer. E. All the above. Question. What can be done to minimize struck by incident injuries when operating heavy equipment? A. Always know the limitations of the equipment you are operating. B. Ensure loads are within equipment manufacturer's safe operating requirements. C. Constantly blow your horn to warn others. D. Both A and B. Answer. D. Both A and B. Question. Which of the following statements is true regarding powder-actuated tools? A. As dangerous as a firearm. B. During use, flying particles of dirt, debris, scale, or particles can enter the eye. C. Hazards include ricocheting studs or nails. D. All the above. Answer. D. All the above. Question. To prevent a load from slipping, all loads raised by cranes and other hoisting devices must be A. Rigged properly with appropriately rated equipment. B. Less than 5 tons. C. Wrapped in netting. D. Weighted toward the bottom, to prevent the load from swinging. Answer. A. Rigged properly with appropriately rated equipment. Question. When materials are mechanically lifted, they have the potential to strike workers. As the load is lifted, the materials frequently can I. Swing. B. Twist or turn. C. Fly upward. D. A or B. Answer. D. A or B. Question. One who is capable of identifying existing and predictable hazards in the surroundings or working conditions which are unsanitary, hazardous, or dangerous to employees, and who has authorization to take prompt corrective measures to eliminate them describes A. I. Certified inspector. B. Competent person. C. Qualified person. D. Project manager. Answer. B. Competent person. Question. Falling objects have the potential to A. Crush a worker. B. Pin a worker, for example to the ground. C. Impale a worker. D. All the above. Answer. D. All the above. Question. Struck by hazards include which of the following? I. Struck by flying object. B. Struck by falling object. C. Struck by swinging object. D. All the above. Answer. D. All the above. Question. Which of the following would be considered a flying hazard? A. A piece of material separating from a tool. B. A plane flying overhead. C. Caught in between a backhoe and a guardrail. D. All the above. Answer. A. A piece of material separating from a tool. Question. Using full protection is preferred to the use of physical barriers, for example, temporary floor-less guardrails, toe boards, or other physical barriers, to prevent falls. A. True. B. Falls. Answer. B. Falls. Question. How can eye injuries be prevented? A. Always wear effective eye protection. B. Eyewear must be appropriate for the hazard encountered. C. Eyewear must be properly fitted. D. Better training and education can assure proper use by employees. E. All of the above. Answer. E. All of the above. Question. Regarding hard hats and safety helmets, which statement, S, below are true? A. Clean out the shell in hot water, scrub and rinse in clear warm water, inspect. B. Do not store helmets in direct sunlight and extreme heat, rear deck of an auto. C. Helmets should be stored in a clean and dry location away from heat, etc. D. All are true. Answer. D. All are true. Question. According to the BLS survey, most of the workers in selected occupations who suffered foot injuries were affected by the fact that A. They were not wearing safety footwear. B. OSHA does not require safety footwear in construction applications. C. Most of their employers required them to wear safety shoes. D. None of the above. Answer. A. They were not wearing safety footwear. Question. Which statement below is true regarding eyewash stations be provided on a job site? A. OSHA has no requirement for eyewashes on construction job sites. B. Emergency eyewash or shower facilities must meet ANSI requirements. C. Emergency eyewash and shower stations must be reachable within 10 minutes. D. There should be enough cold water to flush exposed surfaces for 45 minutes. Answer. B. Emergency eyewash or shower facilities must meet ANSI requirements. Question. Respiratory protection is required for employees exposed to hazardous materials above the permissible exposure limit for particular hazardous materials, and engineering controls cannot effectively control hazards. What are the two general types of respirators? A. Air expelling and air demanding. B. Cool laminar flow and pressure demand laminar flow. C. Air purifying and atmosphere supplying. D. PAPR and UAPR. Answer. C. Air purifying and atmosphere supplying. Question. To protect eyes and face against flying particles, metal sparks or chemical/biological splashes, employees must wear a in addition to safety glasses or chemical goggles. A. Face shield. B. Balaclava. C. Respirator. D. Scarf. Answer. A. Face shield. Question. Before doing work requiring use of personal protective equipment, employees must be trained to know A. When and what type personal protective equipment is necessary. B. What it is made of. C. What its limitations are, and proper care, maintenance, useful life, and disposal. D. A and C only. E. None of the above. Answer. D. A and C only. Question. What contributes to eye injuries at work? A. Not wearing eye protection. B. Wearing the wrong kind of eye protection. C. Stupidity, ignorance. D. All of the above. E. A and B only. Answer. E. A and B only. Question. The first step in a PPE program is A. Hazard assessment. B. Hazard awareness training. C. Fitting and maintenance. D. Cleaning and serviceability. Answer. A. Hazard assessment. Question. Regarding personal protective equipment, which statement, S, is correct? A. PPE is often referred to as the third line of defense or the last line of defense. B. PPE can be used as a substitute for engineering controls. C. PPE should never be used in conjunction with engineering or work practice controls. D. All of the above. Answer. A. PPE is often referred to as the third line of defense or the last line of defense. Question. Head injuries are caused by falling or flying objects, or by bumping the head against a fixed object. Hard hats must do two things. A. Resist penetration and absorb the shock of a blow. B. Look good and remain clean. C. Control environmental exposures from weather and heat. D. Have an ANSI sticker and an expiration date. Answer. A. Resist penetration and absorb the shock of a blow. Question. Regarding hand protection, employers should A. Determine duration, frequency, degree of exposure to hazards and physical stress. B. No glove capability versus hazard anticipated, exposure to chemicals, heat, or flames. C. Before buying, check manufacturer data that gloves meet appropriate standards. D. All of the above. Answer. D. All of the above. Question. High visibility clothing is now required when working in traffic zones and around heavy equipment. There are 3 classes of clothing, Class 1, 2 and 3. Please identify the correct statement below regarding high visibility clothing. A. Class 1 clothing provides the highest level of visibility for employees. B. Class 2 clothing must be worn in school zones and at night. C. Class 3 clothing for inclement weather and heavy traffic conditions. D. All of the above. Answer. C. Class 3 clothing for inclement weather and heavy traffic conditions. Question. When more than one type of PPE is effective in controlling a hazard, it is good to give employees a choice. A. True. B. False. Answer. A. True. Question. Which statement is incorrect with respect to PPE? A. PPE does not eliminate the hazard. B. If PPE equipment fails, exposure will occur. C. Equipment must be properly fitted and maintained. D. PPE is the preferred method of hazard control. Answer. D. PPE is the preferred method of hazard control. Question. Personal protective equipment is A. Referred to as PPE. B. Designed to create a barrier against workplace hazards. C. Less preferred than engineering controls as a hazard control. D. All the above. Answer. D. All the above. Question. Engineering controls, for example, isolation, ventilation, enclosures, are more preferred than PPE for controlling exposure to hazards. A. True. B. False. Answer. A. True. Question. Which statement is incorrect with respect to damaged PPE? A. Damaged PPE must not be used. B. Damaged PPE should be tagged as defective and removed from work site. C. Damaged PPE should be repaired immediately or discarded. D. Damaged PPE should be used until non-damaged PPE can be obtained. Answer. D. Damaged PPE should be used until non-damaged PPE can be obtained. Question. Head protection is required to be labeled with A. Manufacturer's name. B. ANSI type and class. C. Date of manufacture. D. All the above. Answer. D. All the above. Question. Which class of protective hard hat offers protection from high voltage, up to 20,000 volts? A. Class A. B. Class C. C. Class E. D. Class G. Answer. C. Class E. Question. Hard hat manufacturers should be consulted with regard to cleaning a helmet because some cleaning materials may damage a hard hat's shell, reducing its protection. A. True. B. False. Answer. A. True. Question. A Bureau of Labor Statistics survey found that most workers who suffered impact head injuries were A. Not wearing head protection. B. Wearing head protection incorrectly. C. Working with objects that were too heavy. D. None of the above. Answer. A. Not wearing head protection. Question. It is important to inspect head protection for signs of dents, cracks, penetration, or any other damage. If damage is found, A. Report the damage and get the hard hat replaced. B. Place stickers on the damaged area. C. Paint the damaged area. D. All the above. Answer. A. Report the damage and get the hard hat replaced. Question. Eye injuries may result from A. Flying particles. B. Chemical exposure. C. Injurious light rays. D. All the above. Answer. D. All the above. Question. Flying particles caused the greatest number of eye injury cases. A. True. B. False. Answer. A. True. Question. Eye and face protection must be stamped to indicate that the PPE meets this specification for the design, construction, test, and use of eye and face protection. A. ANSI Z87.1 B. ASTM 4000. C. OSHA 29 CFR D. None of the above. Answer. A. ANSI Z87.1. Question. These are worn to protect the entire face from air-flying particles, metal sparks, or chemical, biological splashes. A. Chemical goggles only. B. Safety spectacles with side shields only. C. Face shield with ANSI approved safety spectacles or chemical goggles. D. Both A and B. Answer. C. Face shield with ANSI approved safety spectacles or chemical goggles. Question. Emergency eye and body wash equipment should be tested. A. At least annually. B. Following repairs of the equipment. C. Activated weekly to verify correct operation. D. Follow manufacturer's requirements. E, B, C, and D. Answer. E, B, C, and D.